Hey guys, in this video, we're going to talk about how to successfully choose the right contractor to install your floors. Now, in a traditional retail flooring environment, the retailer controls the project from start to finish, and this has some downfalls. They're the ones ultimately choosing who's in your house performing the work, and they charge a premium for those services. By contracting the job yourself, you get to choose the right installer for your job and save up to 40% on the project. Rule number one in this process is make no assumptions. Go over all the details with your contractor and make sure that everybody's on the same page. Now, before you choose the contractor, you need to get references. And it's a good idea to interview multiple contractors for your job because you want to make sure that you choose the right installer that has experience with the type of floor that you're installing. It's also a great idea to have a contract. Even if it's just a simple document with all the details in writing, this protects you and the contractor. So now you've chosen the perfect installer for your project. Here are a few details to go over to prepare for the job. First of all, determine who's going to pick up the material. Are you going to bring it home with you, or do you expect the installer to pick it up and bring it to the job site? Now, one thing to keep in mind, you need to allow plenty of time for acclimation. This is very important and definitely not a step to rush. Also, any furniture in the room where the work is going to be performed needs to be moved. Most installers do charge to move furniture, so if you decide to do it yourself, you can save a little money. Also, we need to go over who's going to perform the demolition, take out the flooring that's already there. And that's something that you might choose to do and save some money, or have the installer do it for you. Either way, go over those details before the project starts. A few details to visit with your installer on before the project gets started are things like which direction is the flooring going to go once it's installed. You also want to go over transition areas to make sure that you have the right transition pieces. Now, on a site finish floor, you're going to want to confirm the stain color and gloss level of the finish. In tile, you're going to want to confirm the grout colors and also if the installer is going to seal the grout or if that's something you're going to do yourself. Also, you're going to want to determine if you're going to install new baseboards on your project, which I really highly recommend. It finishes off the project, or keep the ones that are already there. You need to prepare your house for installation. The fact is, it can be messy and dusty. You're going to want to move any breakables out of the way and protect any delicate items that are not only in the rooms where the flooring is being installed, but in the areas around them. One thing I do want to point out is don't forget to change out your HVAC filters multiple times during the project. A lot of people don't even take these in consideration, but with all that dust, they can get clogged up and cause havoc on your AC. The demolition process can, in some cases, take longer than expected, especially when you're removing tile or glued down floor, such as vinyl or engineered hardwood. Another thing to point out is sometimes after the demolition is done, you're going to find some problems with the foundation, such as cracks or uneven areas, or even the presence of moisture. All these defects on your surface need to be taken care of, and they can add some additional cost and time to the job. However, you want to do the job right and take the extra time and money to prep your floors for installation. Last but not least, you definitely want to visit with your contractor on who's going to be responsible for hauling off the old flooring materials. Is it you or them? Either way, you want to determine this before the project's over. And one final tip I want to give is be sure to take before and after pictures. They're great to share with friends and remind you of your project. Choosing your own flooring installer can save you up to 40% on your project. And if you follow these tips and tricks, it will ensure a perfect outcome. So be sure to click on the link below to get even more details on this subject.